All right, welcome to Ready Bet Action. I'm excited to get in some picks. We're talking first four of the NCAA tournament game today. So we got four games to chat through. We got some picks for you. Betting is what we do. So as much as I like talking about our futures, if you checked out the futures episode, I like betting even more. And we did give a lot of futures bets on that one, but we talked bracket strategy and all of that. Love a bracket. I'm down to make money though. I absolutely cleaned up on conference tournament betting last week, so I want to make some more money this week. Stefan, do you have a particular first four game that you're excited about?
I mean, Xavier, Texas, right? I mean, that's the big one. We've also seen 11 seeds make a bit of a run. So whether that's, one of these guys, maybe it's someone in that Aztecs Tar Heels game, we'll see. But I just like these.
Yeah.
I mean, the 16. It's a fun story, but come on.
We both like that game so much, the Xavier Texas, because we don't have picks for it. Because to be honest, like, it's a hard one to pick. I think that's the closest game. I don't really know which way it's going to go. You got to make someone the favorite. And Xavier Texas will be the best to watch. I think, though, some of these have better value to bet on. So we're going to do first four now. Probably a pretty quick show for y'all. We will have episodes for the first round coming out this week and the second round. So keep an eye out for those, but also go watch that futures episode that we were just talking about. Okay,
yeah,
let's
I was going to say, make sure you're subscribed so that because we're going off schedule, we're just whenever we've got time, we're hitting record. So make sure you're subscribed so that you can be the first to know.
Absolutely. Let's just go in order. We have games on Tuesday, March 18th. First tip off is at 4:40. Well, we're in Mountain Time, so this is 6:40 Eastern for all of you East Coasters. We got St. Francis and Alabama State playing each other. Two teams that everyone knows so much about. And obviously, that's not true. If you listen to any podcast out there today, and while you're doing your research, and if there's anyone on those podcasts, like there's a few people
Colby
out
Dan,
there.
that's the one thinking about. He probably
Colby
does
Dan,
know this team.
Like there's some people that like I think do know, but if the average person and the average podcast is like Alabama State, I've been watching this team all year, they're gonna like shut up, dude. Like just stop.
Yeah.
Stop. No, go do your research, check it out. Let's jump into this game. I know I'm a big fan of Alabama State in this game. I made a bunch of money on this. I texted Steve earlier. I was like, I can't believe I'm saying this, but this will be the third time I'm betting Alabama State in a week. That I will probably never say again in football or basketball. So I'm gonna chat through what I like about Alabama State. My first pick is Alabama State -4.5 because I do think that they really just kind of run away with this game against a St. Francis team that won a very low level conference tournament. So I don't want to like fully, dismiss. I'm not saying Alabama State is out here like absolutely crushing it. But if you just go look at the rosters, you look at the seniors that Alabama State has versus a St. Francis. I really think Alabama is the state or the team to go. They've won 10 of 11 playing a team with a losing record this season, and St. Francis has a losing record. St. Francis won their conference tourney 46-43 against Central Connecticut. I don't think that's inspiring any confidence in anybody. So this is a big bet for me on Alabama State because they came out, won the SWAC. They've had some success this year. I just like their talent better. Again, I'm not some Alabama State expert, but just looking at these teams, it just makes sense to me.
I am with you on Alabama State. I have them on the money line as part of a parlay. So I'll share the other part later. But yeah, I mean, St. Francis gets in because they win their tournament. That's fair. But having a losing record this deep into the season is problematic, especially when you're facing a team like Alabama State that I think can get up and down. Like you said, strong seniors. Like, yeah, I'm with you on Alabama State.
Awesome. Next up, we got UNC and San Diego State as the second game on on Tuesday, I have UNC on the money line combined with the Alabama State money line. When we get to the rundown, it'll make sense. That's a money line parlay for me. So I'm taking UNC to win straight up. Somehow San Diego State got a spot over a better Boise State team. Like, I'm not really sure still what's happening.
History, baby. History.
Yeah, I guess the Mountain West should
what else
have,
is there?
But honestly, like, the Mountain West just shouldn't have this many teams in the tournament. They should have two. They should have New Mexico, who had a really great season and won the regular season tournament or regular season title. And they should have Colorado State, who, to their credit, as much as I hate them, came out and won the tournament. And that's what you should do. And they have no other deserving teams that should be coming out of the Mountain West. So I know UNC hasn't had a great year, but at least they had to go through the ACC gauntlet. At least they have a more talented team. And then here's my favorite stat of why I think UNC is a little underrated and a little under talked about is that UNC has lost to Duke 3 times in their last 13. Imagine having to play Duke, your hated rival, who's like one of the best teams they've ever had, 3 times in the last 13 games. Other than playing Duke, UNC is 9-1 in those, in those 14 games, essentially. Like, if you take out those 3, you look at UNC against the ACC is really good. So, like, how is San Diego State supposed to hold up? I don't buy it. The only thing is San Diego State is a defensive team, always are, that always causes scrappy problems. So that's my take.
They're a defensive team, and that leads me into my pick for this game. Not only are they a defensive team, they suck offensively. So they have to be a good defensive team. Their offensive efficiency is not very high. Their defensive efficiency is very high. They can go on really long scoring droughts. They find it difficult to score at times for extended periods of time throughout the season. To your point, this is not an extremely strong San Diego State team. UNC, I think, can get up and down, but I also think they know they're going to have to play again on Thursday.
Yep.
So once you're up, you're going to take your foot off the gas just naturally, just a little bit. So I'm on under 152.5.
I like this.
Some of the sharps that I follow that, like, I pay to have the subscription to their stuff, and then I come in here and give you some of the tips. They all have this number by about 8 points off. So I think there's a lot of value here. I will definitely be using the San Diego State team total under in a lot of parlays, especially if I'm going to tease it up a little bit and then parlay it. So that's just going to be one of my staple plays. So yeah, I'm just going to take the 152.5 under in this game.
Man, I really like that. I did not look at the totals of this game. I like that, maybe more than my under. But before I talk about that, let's move to that next game, which is Mount St. Mary's versus American. Why don't you start, though, with why you like American as the second part of your money line parlay?
American first, baby. That's what we're about on this
Patriotism.
Show.
That's why. God damn it.
No, I'm not going to sit here and tell you, like, I know American is in DC. I guess Mount St. Mary's is on a mountain somewhere. I have no clue. I'm just kidding. No, I'm going to go. I'm just going with American because, again, that's where a lot of the sharps that I like, that's where they're at. I'm just going to take them on the money line parlayed with that Alabama State that I mentioned earlier. So they're right now in most books, they are like a 3-point favorite. So I'm just going to take them on the money line and parlay that with Alabama State. It just feels good. I'm not like putting my mortgage on this. Nope. Like this is just for some fun. Not a whole lot of confidence on this one.
Yeah, and I'm taking the under in that game, the Mount St. Mary's American game. I'm going the under. And honestly, man, this is probably the least like record-driven, data-driven pick that I have. That on like I see two teams that average like under 70 points a game, coming here really just trying to get into the tournament. Like that's their accomplishment, right? Like this is their most winnable game. Like this is their tournament win. That to me does not like you're not going to open up the offense. Like you're going to play scrappy. These defenses are going to play so hard. Like these guys have 4 starters and they're all like 6'1" white guys, and they are going to just play the mess out of their defense as much as they can. I just really think this is a big under game. This line is starting to move actually as this goes, but before the show started, it's 131.5. So get it where you can. I think this goes under. These teams maybe score in the 50s and low 60s.
Yeah, I like that too.
Very, very good. Anything else? Any other thoughts before? I guess we have one more game, but we don't have picks for it. I think we're just excited about Xavier, Texas, but
That's
I don't
the
have
one
any.
I'm
I don't
most
have anything
excited about.
Yep.
I lean over and I lean Texas +3. Not touching it. Not touch. Well, I will. Once it's about to be tip off, I'm gonna bet it because of course I am. But
if you can live bet, you're gonna do it.
Not for the show. I don't have one for the show, but I like Texas in here. I think both teams are really good, interesting coaching matchup. So I think Xavier might have the edge coaching wise, but I think Texas might have a bit more talent, a bit more battle tested. So yeah.
Absolutely. I love that. I'm excited for the Xavier Texas game as well. Congratulations, you made it to the rundown. This is where we're just going to give you our picks. So if you fast forwarded to the end of the show, here we are. Before we do that, don't forget to go like and subscribe to anywhere you get your podcast. Find us there, Ready Bet Action. We're also on YouTube. If you are watching us there, don't forget to hit like, subscribe to our channel, talk to us on YouTube. We love talking to people about our picks and what we're doing out there. Also, follow us on all the socials, Instagram, TikTok, a little bit on X. And yeah, come find us and we'll be happy to chat with you and excited to hear what you think of all these games as well. All right, let's go ahead and run this down. I will start with my picks. I'm going to take North Carolina and Alabama State to win. If you combine that into a parlay, that comes to plus 128. I'm also taking Alabama State on the spread at minus 4.5 to just cover that spread and hopefully a convincing win against St. Francis. And then my last pick is Mount St. Mary's versus American under 131.5 points.
Yep, my first play is also an under in that North Carolina San Diego State. We're gonna go under 152.5. And then I am gonna parlay American and Alabama State, get that a nice plus 165, which is why I really like it.
Obviously, we're suckers for the plus money. Let's go get it. All right, we will see y'all over at the round 1, round 2, all the round shows as we record throughout March Madness. We'll see y'all later.
Bye.